Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. I'm Peebs, and this is going to be a new Valheim playthrough. I'll show you some tips along the way. Primary focus for this is just going to be, a casual run through, sharing any knowledge I have of the game. After my hardcore run is done, I will be streaming this character on Twitch. So I'll throw the link in the description down below. Without further stalling for time, let's get into it. Just gonna go in and create a fresh character here. Give him a nice beard here. Kind of looks like Thor from Endgame. Alright, so after that, I'm gonna click done. Let's start. We're gonna generate a new world. Do a Peebs TV seed. How's that? Alright, here we go. So this is Valheim. You load in. First thing you're gonna want to do is grab this. The location is literally right there too. Oh my god. This is awesome. So yeah, first thing you're gonna want to do is just kind of run around. There's always gonna be wood and stones and stuff around here. Just some sticks. You'll want to pick those up. Start getting these recipes here. It's also gonna be some raspberries and some mushrooms. So you start off the game with some food right away. You want to eat that as soon as possible, especially if you're doing a hardcore run. But this will also give you some more health and stamina. They'll pop up a lot. I'll let you guys read it if you want to do that in your playthrough, but so this I want to check out. This being core wood right off the bat is gonna be nice for comfort. Gonna need a little bit more wood first. Yeah, basically just kind of go around, pick everything up that you can here. Flint, stone, food. Just kind of gather. It's going to be your first day or two. Bunch of necks over there. We'll get them here in a sec. Get some more flint. So you're always going to find flint by the water. And if it's not on the shoreline, you can always just kind of walk in and see it. Punch these little beech trees here. Get your unarmed skill up. Okay, so I need to do, I think, one more of these, and we can build a crafting bench. Use that to take this little structure down and get some more wood. And then these little core wood beams that are right here are going to be really nice this early. So we're going to want to build the hammer. Okay, so I do need a little bit more wood. So used to just having it. There we go, there's 3, so we're going to build the hammer because we got some stone. I always like to put that in my 8 slot. Yep, there's you again. Hey, you got a hammer. Alright, so I'm going to throw down this crafting bench. Just open up your hammer, right click. And then I'm just going to switch back. Yep. Switch back here. I'm just going to break all this down. My god, I hit my mouse sensitivity. My core wood within the first couple minutes. It's awesome. Just unlocks more recipes right away. Usually can't get that until you beat the first, or I guess closer to beating the first boss. Be just some extra comfort right off the bat. To get some extra wood too, so what we're going to do with that, build up an axe. This way we can cut down some trees. We're going to build a club. Just have all that ready to go here. Cut down some of these trees here. It's really just your first couple days. Just cutting wood, gathering food. Yeah, definitely the early days. Starting off, you're going to want to pick up everything. So we do have any raspberries or mushrooms, blueberries, basically any fruit that grows on the ground will respawn eventually. So you do want to mark that. I think pretty much every Valheim content creator has that tip in their videos, but I always like to sprinkle it in. This is a little house here. Probably doesn't have anything in it. Oh, it's got a beehive. Perfect. So I can actually show. So normally you can't really get bees until, I mean, you could break down the buildings, but there's the risk of the bees attacking you. So what I always like to do is build a crafting bench here. Tear down whatever's supporting the beehive, and it'll break it automatically. And then that'll drop some honey and a bee. Perfect. So So we're gonna start the game off with a beehive already. That's awesome. I always like to throw my food here on the right side so it's easier to grab. So breaking stuff down, you do get it back. You get 100% of the materials back, so you don't have to worry about like building something and wasting the materials. So we'll mark this as a M. Kind of run around a little bit here. There's a nice little island. Peninsula type of thing. Another building. See if we can get lucky with more bees. I don't hear anything, so highly doubt it, but be another chest up here. Nice. Some arrows. Some more feathers to craft arrows eventually. Cool. And that so that high pitch kind of screechy ding that you hear, so that's a critical hit. So it'll happen if you either sneak attack an enemy or if you stagger them. So if you hit them enough to the point where they like kind of stand back. So let's go find Ike there. Scout him out. I'm really glad that this is super close. Yep, Hugin's just gonna say, yep, here's a boss, blah blah blah. Yep, it's pretty good advice actually. Won't really need it for Ike there. If you are fighting him for the first time, you know, if you want to go in with good armor and everything you can, but I'll show you both ways. Just throughout this let's play, yeah, basically gonna be showing different ways to fight some of the bosses. Ike there, I'm gonna show you guys the ranged way and the melee way, depending on preference. So boar are gonna be next. So we're gonna want to get some of them here. There's a boar over there. Run up and attack it here. It's just a regular boar. That's fine. See if we can sneak up on it. Oh, he saw. Perfect. So this will be some good food here. Ah. Okay. So we should be able to get this deer. Nice. Started a little, but yeah, we're gonna need a lot of leather. But if you look, if you didn't know or if you did know, so the arrow up in your mini map is gonna be the wind direction. You'll also see it with the little wispy particles in the air there. It's really only important this early in the game, because it'll carry your scent to the deer. So right now I'm upwind from them, so if I try to walk up to them, even sneaking, yep, see right there, and they can smell me. Basically just gonna want to explore to find where we're gonna want our first mini base here, just to get situated so we can get our items kind of stored in an area and get a comfort bonus. And oh, we are at max capacity, so probably have to build a house here sooner than later. For my first house, I do like to kind of just repurpose one of the houses that spawn in the area, but I think we'll be okay building a fresh one. More raspberries here. I'll just mark them since we can't pick them up. Looks like it is getting nighttime. So during the day, I can show a little tip here. Just do some exploring here. I do, actually, yeah, let me pull up my map. So I hit M to do that. We do have a mountain there. Got a black forest right over there. Ooh, we got black forest dead south. More meadows. Yeah, this might be a pretty sick starting island here. We just run up here and take over this little island. Just for now, we don't really need to focus too much on a fancy build or anything, but basically just a safe spot to sleep for the night. Do need a crafting bench to build anything, so we're going to start with that. And I'm just going to build a little shack. I always make the joke boxes with stuff in them. That's my usual first bases. This way we can get a little like 3x3 So this will be our first little base for the first boss fight, at least. Just gonna be a box with some stuff in it. So it doesn't rain on the first day. So I'm just gonna do this to get a campfire. Now that we have this, we'll be able to repair our stuff. So a crafting bench does need a roof and some walls around it. But then that way you can repair all your stuff. Do that. So these aren't raspberry bushes. It's really hard to tell at night, but raspberry bushes will be a lot more like green. I want to build a bed and this beehive. Hey, let's build them up in this rock. How's that? Bees are sleeping. Perfect. Yeah, let's do it right here. So nearby fire should be close enough. Build this for an extra comfort level. Just lay down here. And that'll get us through night 1. So now what we can do, start working on getting a chest to hold some stuff. But I think we do have enough. We can build a roof over this fire for now. And I'm going to make sure our bees are happy. So bees do need a lot of open space. They'll produce honey and everything for you. So our mission right now, just get some more wood so we can build up a chest. That way we can keep our stuff in it. Get some nasty fog now. Great. That's alright. Yeah, the first day or two, I just like to spend gathering stuff, getting food, getting wood. Basically just materials to get to the first boss, kind of get comfortable with everything. Okay, so now what we can do, kind of finish up our house here. Do want to get at least a cooking station or 2 going, so that has to be built on fire. And you can fit... Get out of here, kitty. Kitty's nudging on my microphone. Cooking, yeah, you can either... so you can either just push E and it'll pull your lowest tier cooking item on the spit. Or you can put it up in your hotbar and select it. Doesn't matter this early. We're going to want to cook everything we get. But while those are cooking, you do want to kind of stick around to make sure that it doesn't burn. Charcoal is really not useful to us this early, so unless you want to make signs, but this base is getting torn down as soon as we get kind of situated here, so there we go. So it cooks. We'll cook our deer meat. The deer meat always looks like popsicles to me. Cool, so we're actually going to save this deer meat for the boss fight. We'll have to hunt more, so we'll definitely get a lot more, but it is a decent food. Alright, cool, so now we can get our comfort bonus. Build a treasure chest over here just to keep our stuff in. Build 2 of them. So I always like to build 2 right off the bat for stuff you can't really do anything with yet. And then another one for current items. So I'm not really rushing. Normally this is where I'd be kind of pushing to get everything for the Eikthyr fight. But this run is going to be a little more casual. This whole series that I'm wanting to do is going to be tips, stuff to kind of get you through. A lot of the Let's Play content is going to be just progression and, you know, building and general stuff here and there. And then I'll branch out and do some shorter videos to kind of give out some special builds or special tips. Like I'll do one for a boar farm that I'll have in this world, but I'll do like an in-depth quick video, so keep an eye out for those. So currently, what date is it? So it's January 15th. So my hardcore run is still going. I do have the VODs up on my channel there if you want to catch up on those. But that is still live currently. After that, I'm going to be streaming this world for like major stuff. Basically, you know, once I establish a base, stuff like that, you know, just fun stuff here and there. There we go, some necktail. Woo! I always think of the DuckTales theme song when I pick up this item. Yeah, one of the fun things I'm wanting to do with this character is down the road have a museum kind of shrine for each biome. I think that's going to be really fun once I get around to it, showcasing all the items and everything in each stage of the game, all the trophies from all of the enemies. Like that's going to be really cool. That'll be way down the road, but it's something I'm really wanting to do with this character. So we are going to need some raspberries. I did mark some right over there. So if you open your map, and do a middle mouse click, and then it'll show up on your map up there. Where was that? There it is. Yeah, so this is what I was saying earlier. How there's, yeah, the raspberry bushes are a lot greener than these. So these ones you can cut down if you want. These ones you'll want to leave because they do respawn after a couple, 2 in-game days, 2 or 3. I'll put that up on the screen. Main goal right now is to kill some boar. Of course, there aren't any nearby. And it's foggy, so it's really hard to see them. Let's run out into this field. So these little structures, these like boat-shaped things, once you get to the point where you can dig, it'll have some treasure to give to the vendor. So I always like to mark these. Actually, mark it with this. Anything that requires mining, I always mark with this little T-shaped thing. Oh yeah, it's another tip too. I just noticed is still off on my world. So if you open up your settings, turn your vegetation quality to low, doesn't look as pretty, but it makes it so much easier for finding like mushrooms and fruits and stuff on the ground. And then if your map gets a little too cluttered and you need to find something specific, so I always mark kind of points of interest on these dots. If you just right click the dot over here, it'll get rid of all of them. Then you just right click and it pops back up. Oh, there we go. Okay, so there is a house that would have been ideal for like a first level kind of base, but that's fine. I like where we're at. This is facing the water. Waterfront property. And there's nothing here. That's sad. Sometimes you can find chests. More importantly, bees. But that's fine. There's some boar and some necks. Some really good early food. Killing these necks. But these are very important for some meads down the road, too. Once we can get to that point. After the Black Forest, and oh, these seagulls are tempting me. So that's going to be like your primary source of feathers. But we don't have a bow, so they'll fly away before you can get too close to them. We're wet, so it's going to affect our stamina regeneration. Slows it down quite a bit. But the rest of the buffs should kind of counteract it. See if we can sneak up on this deer. Oh, this grayling's gonna mess it up for us, I think. No, maybe not. Oh, no. Okay, there we go. Ugh. There we go. There's one deer trophy. We're gonna need at least 2 of those to summon the first boss. So that's awesome. We got that. One step closer. Oh, perfect. Rallies the creatures of the forest. So this is an event. So this lasts about 1.5 minutes. Basically just this entire red circle. I'm glad this happened this soon. We're on an island, so this is going to be weird for them, but bunch of animals are about to come and attack us. So events happen every 45 minutes or so. So basically every day and a half in game, there's a chance that the game will run a check on it. And I rarely ever see this one, especially like coming into the 3rd day, but it's usually a lot more chaotic when we're on this island, so they're just kind of running at us. But events will happen at different stages in the game too, and after we beat the first boss, this will change. Actually, happy this happened so soon, because I was gonna wait to cover this. Usually a lot more hectic. Alright. Creatures are calming down, so yeah, it was about 1.5 minutes. The lingering enemies will still chill out Yeah, this is going to be Hugin just saying, yep, monsters lay siege to your camp from time to time. Build a strong defense. That is correct. And we got some honey. And now the bees are sleeping. So we do have some deer meat, some boar meat. Let's throw that on there. Go build one more chest. Food. Keep that outside. Keep our berries and everything in it since we're going to have honey. So I guess this will be a good time to talk about foods. So food will be in 3 different categories. So there's going to be stamina food, health food, and balanced food. So health foods are going to have a red fork on them. That's going to give you more health than stamina. And that's the difference between boar meat, deer meat, and necktail. Let's see. So these are going to be your meadows level. So necktail's really not that great, but it helps. Your stamina level foods are going to be yellow. So it's going to be our honey and the raspberries early on. Those will give you more stamina than health. So it's nice for crafting, running around, fighting. It is very useful. I always like to have 2 health and 1 stamina food. I don't really use the balanced food unless I'm just running around the base doing stuff. So what we will do here, I'm going to want to build the bow, repair all my stuff. Crude bow, let's see, wood and leather scraps, we definitely have enough. So crude bow. Boom. We got our bow. We'll throw that in this slot here. Build up some wood arrows. I like to have these just for hunting for feathers. See if we can upgrade it here. Oh, okay, so we do need the level 2 crafting bench. Which, yeah, let's do it. I also need 10 wood, 10 flint. I'll just upgrade this here real quick. There, and then now we can build leather armor if we want to. Definitely going to need that for the Black Forest. We're going to want to upgrade the bow at least once. And then, since I have some wood left over, I'm going to want to build some fire arrows. Going to need about 40 of them for the first boss. They're nice to have. We got enough resin. We can build 16. And we need some feathers, so we can build 40. Perfect, so that'll get us exactly what we'll need. I'll just throw that in there for now, next to these arrows here. Need to get some deer, get all that done, and we'll be able to fight Ike there very soon. Build this up before the next day starts, just so it looks the same on each side. Boxes with stuff in it. Okay, so that is going to do it for this episode. Next time we'll jump in and fight the boss, kind of get in and do our thing. Remember to utilize the like or dislike buttons, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.